So I came across this article from the Sun US. Is it the Sun US or the US Sun? Apparently it's thesun.com. Anyway, teacher's pet. I'm a hot teacher. I love it when my students' dads stare at me and I have no problem sleeping with them. So I want to be clear first of all. I did a video before on the the wonderful teacher who was also, I think she was a teacher, but yes, she was a teacher, and also a horse heiress, whatever that means, where they, as the article framed it, had sex with a 14-year-old student. I talked about how horrible that was, and that, let's be honest, she only got a pass from certain people on it because she's hot. I talked about all those different things, but I came across this article and realized it actually serves as a good kind of part two to this issue. Because this is a hot woman who is also a teacher. So these are, I think what the Sun does is they take clips, little screenshots from TikTok videos like this and just share it. So we have first what I wear as a teacher, because all this stuff is the same stuff that's going to be in the TikTok. So we're not going over the actual TikTok. We're just going to go over this stuff. We have her show. She's showing off, right? When a student gets too comfortable, first of all, it should be TOO. Too comfortable by talking to you like a friend just because you're meeting his father privately. When I'm late for the parent-teacher meeting and the dad already stares at me. Okay, so you get the idea. She's an attractive woman who is hooking up with her students' dads. And the first thing I'm going to say about this might be a hot take. I don't see anything wrong with this. And this is why I want to talk about it. Because the people speaking against it, we have, so here's the real article. This, by the way, I think this is hilarious. This is like the real bulk of the article. Everything else is just these images blown up. While men flocked to the single woman's comment section to respond with praise, I wonder why, flattery, and others of romance, sure, romance, some people aren't so impressed with her outfit choices or behavior. In fact, they're pretty horrified by the candid admissions she makes on the social media app that is in full view of her students. In another raunchy clip, for example, her name's Mandy, hints at a very sexy side hustle as she compares her work clothes to what she wears in her free time. Shame on you, it's not a dating app, one wrote. Another angry viewer said, you are going to get fired. While many teachers stick to modest outfits and keep their private lives away from prying eyes, Maddie, not Mandy, is far from the only one to share her life behind the scenes. So, a few things here. First of all, why am I talking about this? Well, I saw it and I figured it was good to give what I would say is a positive example and kind of how you could healthily do this kind of thing. And we'll get to that. Allow me to explain. So I want to open up by first saying that me personally, I've never had the whole hot teacher thing. I've never had that fantasy. I only ever had two teachers in my school that I would describe as hot, as conventionally attractive, as whatever you want to call them. But I never was actually attracted to any of my teachers personally. I know a lot of people are, both men and women, and I'm sure non-binary people are as well, etc., etc. But I think that while an argument could be made for, maybe she shouldn't quite dress that way, I do think that putting restrictions on people's dressing in general in school, whether it be the staff or the students, I do think that is not right. But look, my personal view regarding dress code and stuff like that is simply that if you, and this is true for like really anywhere, I would say, if you can wear it in public, you should be able to wear it in general. You should be able to wear it to the office. You should be able to wear it to the to school, to wherever. That's my view, though, but that's not really an important part of this here. What is important, I think, to bring up is that I talked before about a very disgusting example where a hot woman also used her status as a teacher to, let's be honest here, rape a student for 4 hours, according to the article. Fucking disgusting. The reason this is okay, because I want to point out, if you haven't noticed, I'll show this here, and in fact, we'll even go ahead and pull up the actual article, not just my video on it. Here, we'll do teacher horse heiress. I don't even like that I'm typing this into my... Okay, this is the one. So, I want to point out some obvious things here. Come on. All right, we're just going to leave it muted so it can play in the background. Okay, let's point out the similarities. We'll use this one. Both are hot. Both are brunettes. Both are teachers, and both are, in a way, using their position to gain some sort of sexual advantage. However, I would not say that this... Oh, fucking hell. Both are hot. Both are brunette. Both are teachers. However, while both are using their position in their job as a way to achieve some sort of advantage sexually and or romantically, I think that this is a hell of a lot worse than this. Simply because in one instance we're talking about being a predator to children, and in one instance we're talking about meeting other people through those that they work for. To me, this is on the same level as working somewhere, having a client that you do some kind of work for, and getting to know somebody else that they know. For example, let's say a contractor okay, here, let's give this as an example. Let's say you have a family business. You have a father and a son who are contractors. You have the son meet the mother's daughter, who is of legal age, and everybody's adults here and all that good stuff. They're college age, the son's college age, whatever, right? And they're all in this situation where the son meets the daughter through this work experience. I don't see anything wrong with them dating or hooking up. There's a lot of conversation in regards to, power and differences when it comes to relationships and things like that. And I can absolutely understand how it could be very problematic to, say, maybe date your client or your employer, employee, anything like that. I don't think it necessarily has to be. I think you're on shaky ground if you're doing that, but I don't think it has to be that way necessarily. It's just, generally, it's better to err on the side of caution, and it's better to, go by the rule rather than the exception. But with that said, I don't think that what this teacher is doing is wrong. Again, the one that's hooking up with her students' fathers. Now, to be clear, is it wrong if she is, say, offering, to give the teacher better grades or to give the student better grades or something like that? Yeah, very well could be. Is it possible that they could develop a what's the word I'm looking for here? An unfair favoritism toward the kids of the fathers that they are hooking up with. Yes. And is it possible that at least some of the fathers this woman is referring to are happily married and are cheating on their partner in order to hook up with her? Yes, all of these things are possible. But the act in and of itself of using an advantage that you have in some way to meet other people is not a bad thing. And if you happen to be attracted to those people and they're attracted to you, not a bad thing. Another example of this would be, say, if you're at a convention of some sort, meeting other people who do the same kind of thing you do, or interested in the same kind of thing you do. Obviously, that's not bad. Now, there's a difference though between, and say you could even be somebody who is, maybe you have a panel at a convention. There's a difference between hooking up with, say, a fan or somebody who you can give something to, that they're really only hooking up with you because you can give them that thing. That can be problematic. But, say you're at a panel, or you have a panel, and you just meet somebody else who has a panel, or somebody else who is doing something similar to you. Or say you're at a concert and you meet someone backstage. Maybe they're a crew member. Maybe they're, a ton of different things can go into this. And the reason I want to talk about this is because there's this weird dichotomy and this weird thing that people talk about in regards to, power imbalances and dating in the workplace and all these different things. And I just think that it's something where you have to look at these things on a case-by-case basis. Now, I do want to point out as well, the one thing that does stick out to me that would actually be problematic is... Oh, never mind. I thought there was a panel or something. Maybe it's in the TikTok. I thought there was something where she says, like, I love when my students look at me, or something like that. When a student gets to... Here, we're going to mute the audio here. Okay. When I'm late for the parent-teacher... Right, so that was the one we saw. Student gets too comfortable. We saw that.
Okay. I'm basically the...
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought that there was one where she said, like, You see, this is what I mean about them all being blown up, by the way. That's why I have them in... God damn it. That's why I have them in these separate tabs here. Anyway, no, but I really did want to talk about this because... Oh. So I really did want to talk about this because I think that it's... What's the word I'm looking for here? I really did want to talk about this because, for one, I thought it was fair, considering I talked about the really unhealthy example of the teacher who assaulted her student. And I wanted to talk about what could very well be a healthy example of doing this kind of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is definitely something that's a lot more open to interpretation and open to discussion. So whatever your thoughts are on the matter, as always, these are just my thoughts, my opinions, my everything. Please let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Follow me on social media for more. Leave a like if you like. If not, I hope you find something you do like. But yeah, just that's it. I just really wanted to talk about this, and I'm curious as to what your guys' thoughts are too. So yeah, not too heavy of one right now. Take care, guys. Later. Peace and love.